DJ K Slater, Drama King, rolling 25D Part 2.
Over the gourmet stove, yeah, the blow is extra potent. Fire trucks came in the snow. I rock for my killers in San Juan. Rich two niggas up, now heard they bought cattle and farms. So even why try knowing your dead flesh or lay on the steering wheel, or you gon' have to nail on your chest. Grilling steaks and shrimps, heavy rotation, the pen milks, the paper having wine on blimps.
American flag, custom color Louis made your bitch bug. Thought she was crip the way she told me bang it till we fuck blood. Most of you niggas will probably die a lane, y'all trash. Fuck rap nigga, I bang Shania Twain. Coke slanger, profit money make you buy a train. To run over your favorite rapper nigga, what's his name? Look, could give a fuck about you or what you mean.
We're gonna get into the album. You know what I mean? For the people that don't know, we talking about the Shaolin vs. Wu Tang album. You know what I mean? You said March 8th. March 8th, hitting the streets, you know what I mean? Another classic. You know what I mean?
Another week is some change, y'all. Y'all can have it, you know what I mean?
For sure.
Play it loud.
For sure. Like I said, we got into a couple of them bangers. You know, I wanted to ask you right off top, being as though, you know, like I said, you know, we got history in the game. And you done worked with everybody. You know, past, present, you know, and you gonna work with some new cats that's coming up. You know what I mean? Because like you said, you ain't gonna stop.
Can't stop.
So what's the process of picking some of the cats that you work with on the project now? Like, I see you got the Jim Jones. You know, I see you got the Rick Rosses. You know, you got the Nas's.
Black Thought.
Yeah, Black Thought. Like, what's the process that you go through as far as picking some of the some of the more recent artists as well as some of the people that's been around for some time?
You know, it's just me really just listening to the music and just vibing to it and figure out what makes sense. You know what I mean? And you know, being that I have a strong track record. I've been around for a minute. I never had an opportunity to work with a lot of cats that I respect in the game. You know, so I just felt like, you know, it's important to still remember your past and run with your past, but still try to move forward to make new things. That's because it's a new day and time as well. So I know people haven't been able to get that from me for a long time, seeing me collaborate with some of the greats. And for this album, I just felt like certain tracks fit certain brothers. You know what I mean? When I got my hands on the rock and roll record, you know what I mean? I respect Dipset. I like what they do. You know what I mean? And Jones, I just heard his voice on it. You know what I mean? I feel like he already was one of the dudes that, you know what I mean, started bringing the rock and roll vibe to the game anyway. You know, from with the Skulls. Yeah. You know, the Skull game. You know, he reminded me of a true definition of a rock and roll nigga. You know, so I felt like the track fit him perfectly. So that's just me going into my A&R world and saying, you know, the record I'm trying to make, it gotta really stand for something great. And that's all I did was just pick the ones that I felt was going to fit the project great, and at the same time get they shine, because you know these same cats call me to do things as well. So you know what I mean. We build relationships, and then next thing you know, if I run across something that I feel it fits that love for what we got, I want to bring it back to him the same way he brought it to me. You know, so that's why you up there, you able to see him on a Rick Ross joint. I done records with him before. Right. You know, he done got on joints with me and my homies from the town, like some real street niggas. You know what I mean? That I was bringing up at the time. Like, he always showed me love, so you know what I mean. It's reciprocated. It's like, yo, he good dude. You know, saying, you know, I never had an opportunity to work with the brother Black Thought from the Roots. You know what I mean? I always wanted to work with the Roots, period. You know, I think they so ill. If I get around them and, you know, they get to playing that band and I get some good herbal in me and some good rummy, it's gonna be a problem. You know what I mean? So, you know, I called him for a track that I felt his voice was perfect on. So I just know how to grab the ones that I feel fit what I'm trying to do in this project, and it made so much sense to have them there, you know?
I wanted to ask you, what's your favorite record on the album?
I don't even got no favorites though. You know what I mean? You know, when I do an album, I try to do it to where it complements the next song after the next song after the next song. So I may be listening to Shaolin vs. Wu Tang, but I might be loving Chop Chop Ninja, or you know what I mean? It's just certain joints on the album that to me, you know, you may drive in your car all day because you be like, yeah, this fits good in the whip, and then this one might just be something you might be walking and thinking about. And saying, yo, this is hot. So I don't really judge one song though. All my babies is my babies. You know what I mean? Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. For sure. So production on this album. Who was some of the producers you work with on this album?
I work with DJ Khalil.
Okay.
You know, of course, he did the rock and roll record. The kid is coming up right now. You know, he had a lot to do with Eminem Project. They just won some awards. You know, that's what's up. Shout out Khalil. I work with Eric Sermon on his album. I always felt like me and Ghost were the EPMDs of the game today, and he always had a certain kind of sound that I respected, and he came with something that fit well where I needed to go on his album.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He was on Cuban Links 2 too. He did the Bag and Crack record. You know what I mean? So, you know, I always try to give brothers a shot that I know is legends, as well as New Jacks as well too. You know what I mean? So I got this cat named Blue Rocks. He coming from out of Atlanta. He an upcoming producer. He doing his thing big. I got this kid named Extreme who used to be inside the camp with Kanye and No ID and all of them. There was a kid named Extreme that was just in the cut, but he was ill as hell too.
Okay.
So I just try to incorporate a bunch of cats that I know their history and their background and where they were at with it. And dudes was just coming to the table. I got Scram Jones on, I got Alchemist, which all had a lot to do with the Cuban Links 2, you know, success. So I wanted to bring back to the same supporting cast, and you know what I mean?
For sure.
Make a movie again though, but you know, it's still a couple of cats I didn't mention. That still I feel everybody came to the table greatly.
Okay. Okay. And who else could we look for on the album other than the people that we named?
You know, like I said, you know, you got Raheem Devine up there. He came with this Curtis Mayfield flow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mixed it up with some Shaolin
Yeah.
shit, made it great. I know that's gonna be a song that y'all gonna love to hear, and you know, you wake up in the morning, you throw it on, you're gonna feel good listening to it. You know, of course, the Estelle, the chick from UK.
Right.
You know, Grammy Award winner. She just came out of love, no money, no nothing. Just, I'm a Wu fan. I love y'all niggas. Love you, Ray, whatever you need.
Right.
You know what I mean? I got Lloyd Banks on there, G Unit Capo. You know what I mean?
For sure.
He came up there and he gave me a story. Like when I hit him with something, I throw him a story. Cause it's like, yo, all right, I know Banks could spit on many different levels though, but yo, come in this story with me, and you know what I mean? He came in and did his thing and represented the project. You know, Black Thought, of course. You know what I mean? Black Thought got the last song on the album, which is to me always the special ones too.
Right.
You know, whether it be the first or the last. You know, he came in and sealed the album up with me. You know what I mean? We dropped some bracelets and all of that on there.
For sure.
And you know, it was a jewel with that song. It was like, yo, regardless of what Wu Tang may go through, we all kings within ourselves. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you know, me and him just started bombing the track at the end. And you know, the Clan, of course. I got a few Clan members up there. I couldn't do a Shaolin vs. Wu Tang project without having the Clan on it.
That was my
You know
next
what I mean?
question.
Certain cats on the album. You know what I mean? I definitely went and got the Inspector Dex, the Jizza, you know what I mean? I even brought Killer Priest in on the project. You know what I mean? You know, he been around us for a long time. I feel like he's a Wu disciple. You know what I mean? Mep is on the album, Ghost. You know what I mean? Jizza. You know, we got some of the brothers up there though.
Okay, that was leading me to my next question. I was definitely about to ask you, how did the rest of the Clan feel about you using the title and all of that, like as far as the Wu Tang vs. Shaolin, you know, knowing that it was supposed to be a Wu Tang album. You know, how does the rest of the Clan feel? But I guess they feel alright about it.
Good question. Good question.
You know,
You might have been the only nigga that asked that question. And you know, to keep it 100 with you, you know, brothers know and they see what Ray is trying to do. You know what I mean? Number one, I'm trying to, you know, do what I gotta do to take care of my family and keep this flag up. You know what I mean? But yeah, they you know, everybody looked at it like, yo, it was just a project that Ray wanted to do anyway. You know what I mean? So the supporting brothers that I got involved with it, dudes will never take away or make me feel like, yo, nah, that ain't what you're supposed to do. You know, it was always support. You know what I mean? Like I said, sometimes, you know, as a Clan, we always said to one another, yo, however you milk your project is how you milk it. You know what I mean? You know, we ain't gonna never put ourselves in a situation where we feeling like we're gonna do something to mess up the legacy of what we doing.
for sure.
You know, but nah, nobody really wasn't in no bad terms on, you know, making me feel uncomfortable with who I was getting on the album. You know, like I said, if you come with a thought and you saying this is what you want to do, it's your thought. It ain't like it's our thought and then I run off and I do something different.
Right.
This is always my thoughts on what I wanted to do. So I would never think niggas would try to question what I'm doing or whatever because they see what a nigga's doing.
Okay. Okay.
I wanted to ask you, are we ever going to get like a album produced by the RZA again from you?
Good question. You know, we always the type of brothers where we love RZA regardless. You know what I mean? He saved our lives. You know what I mean? You know, we used to be in the street doing a lot of other shit. You know, he was the dude that basically came to snatch niggas and said, yo, come on, this is what I can help you get into. So the love is always unconditional, but at the same time, the music gotta match what it needs to match in order to be successful. And if he could get it right again, it would be a blessing. We would never turn it down. You know what I mean? That's like trying to, you know, say your brother can't come over to eat with your family one day, but he may be in need of a plate.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Right.
It'll never be that kind of situation where we wouldn't come in and say, yo, see what you could do. But if you miss the target, you know, before he could hit the shit with his eyes closed on some bomb. You know what I mean? But now it's like if you don't hit the target, you got to be ready for the criticism that comes with being that strong of a producer. So if you hit, you hit. If you miss, you might miss the train. You know what I mean?
Right.
We still got to continue the legacy and get people that can come back with that sound. And that's what I did on this album, is just try to give, that was always my thought of making this album, Shaolin vs. Wu Tang. Just to let my big brother know, the Abbott know, listen, you taught us so ill, but now you got to understand you're not giving us what we want. We need something like this.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it wasn't derogatory, it was just that the album fit the world we was in at the time. Shaolin vs. Wu Tang. I'm Shaolin still, nigga.
Right.
I'm Wu, of course, the W, the flag, the embassy, the nation, the empire, the dynasty. But at the same time, from Shaolin, nigga.
Right.
I'm a rap nigga. Nigga, you gotta feed me, man. You gotta feed me. I'm a greyhound, nigga. I need the Alpo.
Right.
You ain't giving me Alpo when you telling I need the Alpo mixed with the wheatgrass and you know what I mean? I need all the elements that made me who I am.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I don't get that, I'm not the racehorse that I need to be. I'm not that nigga that can run like that. So my thing is, you can't start something and don't finish it. Now, as far as him having it still, I think he still has it. But I think he's just in so many different worlds that when he come over to us and sit down with us, you ain't giving us what we want. But I know you got it, but you just don't want to give it up right now. Because you feeling like, no, try this. Try that. Trust me on this. I'm the nigga that did 7 classics back to back.
Right.
I'm the nigga that did what I did. So, you know, you sit there and you be like, indeed, you are that nigga. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if the music don't add up, how much you expect me to trust your hand?
Right. Right.
You know, it be situations like that. So when that album came, like I said, brothers was upset. And, you know, like I said, our track record speaks for itself. It's like, you know, average rap nigga career don't go past 5 years. Here we is 15 years. You think I want to try to fuck that up? Where niggas could say, yo, put him away. He ain't got it no more. They don't got it no more.
Yeah.
They gone because we taking fucked up shots on a great album that is anticipated. Niggas always anticipate Wu albums.
Right.
But we just never was able to give y'all what we felt was the fully Wu Tang sound. We never got an opportunity to give it up since we made it back then with the 36 chambers and all that. We couldn't get back in that world for some reason. But that's why I tell you, sometimes we are the cats that like to keep going. We don't like to just keep dealing with the same shit all the time. So I'm not mad at him being creative on that side. But if the fans is in demand for this, it's the same way I told you with Cuban Links. Niggas is calling me. Niggas is threw the rope on me and pulling me to say, yo, we want this. I gotta go with the rope, B.
For sure.
At the time, I gotta go with the rope because now this is what they want. This is what we make.
Yeah.
So what's the chances of us ever getting another all-out Wu-Tang album? You know,
we keep it real. You know, we cousins. We cousins in this rap game. Tell y'all, you know.
DJ K Slater, Drama King, rolling 25 deep, part 2.
Over the gourmet stove, yeah, the blow is extra potent. Fire trucks came in the snow. I rock for my killers in San Juan. Rich 2 niggas up, now heard they bought cattle and farms. So even why try knowing you're dead?